Okay. My computer is like 2 hours. I'm trying to make one video for 10 minutes. I'm trying to send this out to anybody who wants to listen. I'm not sure where to start. Let's start with Adam and Eve. Adam, Eve. I read a story somewhere that it was in Iraq. The Garden of Eden was. But who will ever know thousands of years ago as the broken telephone was passed on and on and on. So whatever stories you may read, it's upside down or backwards or inside out. You have to put in the national soup of what we have today, in which all the big cities have all the majors in it, all the major nationalities. So now bringing the nationalities together gave me a better outlook to understanding the differences. Dan, let's play this. I'm a little bit of a poet. I like to play with words. I wish I knew more languages. I can say it differently, but I can pretend. Adam. Adam. What did Adam do? Who's Adam? Who? Adam who? Saddam? Saddam, a sad man. Who? Who is Saddam? Who is what? What's he saying? Saddam Hussein? Believe in reincarnation? Eve? Adam? Adam came back to be Saddam Hussein? So maybe Saddam Hussein is the bad man, but when you talk about Ben Laden, my name is Raphael Ben Rezerita. I'm a Ben too, but he's Laden, he's in the den because he's under the ground, and that's his den because all men are ants. They sent the troops in, or the marching bands in, to clobber everybody down so they can hide the troops so they can have power. In order to have power, you must lie to the people, or you must tell them the whole truth and take a chance. In my life, I used to lie, but the only thing I ever lied about is what made no difference. How much money was in my pocket. That was always a lie to everybody because it's nobody's business. So I lied. It was a white lie because it's my business and nobody else's. Where else can I go with this? Moses. Moise in French. Moise. Easy, easy. Whoa boy, whoa boy. The reason for whoa boy and Moise is because the whoa, whoa, whoa was always on the horse. Because the horse never went anywhere. He couldn't run in the desert because he would break his legs. So it was impossible for the Pharaoh to chase down Moses, but Moses had 25,000 or whatever thousands of people, and he had to make them move. So he told them a story of Zeus, as he told us, just to get the troops to move. Because there was nobody after them, because the Pharaoh could not walk that fast to catch him, because the horse would have been dead already. A horse with no name, the song from Show FM. What else do I know? Noah, he didn't build a boat. That's another history. Can't build a boat. The trees where he was were not floatable. Was not a floatable tree. The trees out there drank water, so he would have sank right away. So that's another history of the Greeks. The reason for the Greeks is because what you got to do is you got to take the alpha omega and turn it around to the omega alpha. Because once you turn it around to the omega alpha and you start at the end, you can follow your foot tracks all the way back home. So that's another story that really isn't true. And in fact, there's a lot of stories that aren't true, but you have to make them true by understanding the difference through the Greeks. That's why they put the Greeks here. They put nationalities here so we can see the difference. Now, if you want to play with everything the way I do it, I take the French, I take the Greek, I take the German, I take the Jewish, I take the Spanish, okay? And the reason for all of these is the four basics is the English, and the French, and the Spanish, and the German. Why the German? Because what Aldous Huxley tried to do is what we're doing today. And they refused to listen to him back in the early days, and he wrote many books, and I spoke to some teachers and professors, and they were all against him because they were refused to see the other part of the story for a better understanding. Now, if you go to today's hospitals, they're all trying to do what he did. They wouldn't accept him, but today they accept because they lied to us. They lie down. Whatever they do, I don't like to call anybody a liar. But you know what? I have glasses for 30 years until I met an Eskimo and a Chinese guy and a couple more people. And the Indian, the Diane, of Europe who died. Indian. It's a car. You see, everything starts from the letter to the next letter to the sound of the letter. And depending from what part of the country and world you're in, it'll sound different to everybody. It was the Indian who knew with the colors on his cap of the feather, turning the three colors, okay, of the basics of the rainbow into all the colors of the rainbow through the three basic colors. Without the yellow, you have nothing. Look at the Tweety bird. He's yellow, he's orange feet, he's got a little white in his eye, because everybody knows the white man cheated. But wait a second, there's no such thing as a white man. This is white. I'm beige. And I got a lot of change in my pocket. That would make me beige and a ching, because my change goes ching, 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 ching. Hold on a second, can I get out my change? Yeah, let me get out my change here. How much change do I have? Let me get in my pocket. Hold on, I'm getting in my pocket. Good. We're beige, Jing, Beijing, Chinese. And the X that the doctors tell you at the eyeglass place, that your eye goes up and down like an X, not really. The eye goes across from here to here to here to here. The teardrop is in this corner. Otherwise, if it went up and down, the teardrop would be up here, right? Up here and up here? Not like that. It's right here in the corner, okay? What I did is I took Visine, I got the red out, and there's salt in the teardrops. So I took the Visine and I put it to my teardrop and slowly held it there and put a little pressure on it. I felt the juice going in. I felt the soothing sensation where the teardrops were. After a week of trying this, I threw my glasses in the garbage. I can see better than I can before. Because what happens is when you're a baby, no one can see that tiny little, it's so small, it's like almost impossible. So what you see is what you think you see, but you're not actually sure because we teach ourselves. There's no book. I didn't throw a book down here and say this is the way it works. We have to figure it out ourselves. Right? No. It's a pointer. It's in front of you. If you put a little paint on it and touch something, it becomes a dot. Everybody knows before you do anything in life, it's a dot. Everything goes together when they use the same lettering. And even when you don't use the same lettering, you're going to hear sounds and you're going to equalize it to the lettering you know. Just like I have a clock in my house, and my son says, "What's wrong with the clock?" I said, "The clock don't talk. The clock don't talk. The clock don't talk. The clock don't talk. We got a chicken. Ken and Barbie. Ken's a chick. He's gay. Barbie on a stick. I don't get it. Barbie on a stick. Barbie's on a stick. Barbie's a male. One male, two males. Cling, connection with the E-world, with the E-spirit, esprit in French, E-world for esprit, French. The connection is like this. The female goes on top of the two male dicks to squeeze them together so that there's no blockage of pressure, just like we have our high and low blood pressure. There's a lot of things that are hypotheses in my mind. I don't want to push anything on you. There's a lot more that I know. I'm not quite sure if I showed you how the egg and the sperm work. You see, what happens is here's the egg, and what happens is the sperm comes in, let's say, from here, okay, and I'm going to show you it. And what happens is the sperm pushes the egg like in a balloon, and it pushes, and it pushes, and it pushes, and then it pushes. Look at what it is. It's a heart. So it pushes it inside, and it pushes it inside like this. Okay, and because we're made of water and particles, inside what you don't see, the sperm now makes the hole into the egg, and it repairs itself because we repair ourselves so easy. So before it reopens up to what it is, it repairs and it swallows it up, and now the sperm is in the egg. And the reason for that is because if the sperm hits the egg and makes a hole, well, the yolk falls out. And everybody knows if you make a hole in the egg and the yolk falls out, you're done. You're fried. Anyways, we have Monday, which is in French mont, which is mine, or mont or montagne, which is mountain. We have Tuesday, which is Tuesday is the day of choosing, which equals to 2. We have Wednesday, it's the middle of the week, it's called the hump day. In Spanish, it's miércoles, the calling of, the middle of the week and the ending of the week, or the weekend. The weekend is because we don't work, it's the week and it's the end of the work week. Then we got Thursday, because we're thirsty. We're thirsty for the money. For the money, the toonie and the loony, the toonie and the loony, toonie and loony. Why does the 5 cents have King George on it? How come the dime and the quarter and nothing has King George in it but the nickel? Because the nickel and the penny is what rules the earth. The nickel and the penny. The penny is a regenerative, and the nickel is a reflective. So it emanates through the earth, giving life and possibilities of life to the rest of the trees and the plants, feeding the roots. The bee, if you take the bee and the limousine cow and put them together, you come up with the heart. There's a lot more news. I got a lot of videos. 622.6, something about the universe. Well, I also have an answer for that, and I put it out. But there's a lot of the big hypothesis for that. It's huge. But just evenly, if you look at it, is that 622. Okay, if you just take the 2 is 2 2s, 2 plus 2, and the 6 makes 10. And if you put on the other side, 2 and 2 and 6 is 10. Okay, now if you take 6 minus 22, it's minus 16, plus 6 is minus 22 again. 2 and 2 is 4. 4 balls, you're on base. Everything has a basis for it, and there's an abacus. I studied a little bit of MrTacpans's. I understood it, but now we're in the evolution age because we are in a different part of time, so we have to add different things to it. I'm working all alone here. I'm trying to get out my message on my hypothesis. If anybody wants to join me, look at the wall. I've set up a big thing on my wall there, and that has to do with part of the calculations I've done to come up with some of these answers. This wall here is the basic location of certain things. I'm not going to explain it right now. I just hope everybody likes what they see. If you don't like it, well, listen. It's a hypothesis, it's a video, the candle on my head. To tell us, to blind us, to stop us from looking somewhere else. You ever hear Humpty Dumpty? Well, all the soldiers didn't watch where he was. They were watching the other backyard. They were closed-minded, and they couldn't even hear him scream because, you know, you can't hear anybody scream. This is what the Arabs do when they don't want to hear the bullshit. Ab. A-B, alphabet, A-B in the Jewish. It's another reminder, a religion to remind us for a better understanding on how to proceed with the abacus, the magic that turns the truth from the hypothesis into a reality of some sort of truth. Anyways, whoever likes this, peace guys, and it's something to drink. Oh, remember, Perrier, pear is for father, and in French, rier is to laugh, or rice, which is pure white, and it has small bubbles in it. We don't want to drink anything with big bubbles because it's very hard. Another thing is, I just want to tell you one more thing, is can I show you this part right here? It's a primer. It's a primer. We have a primer on us. We don't need certain things. What they're doing in the hospitals, they're not doing it 100% right. When you do this, when I put in nose drops in my nose, I blow. It comes up my ears, so it cleans my nose, and my ears are the same nose drops because the only thing they give you for your ears is the alcohol to put in to kill the oil. Another thing is the Gulf of Mexico is in great danger because the next letter on the telephone is a J. But they have to finish off the I from Igor and use the female, which would be Ingrid. I'm quite sure these are the names they're going to use. Ingrid and Jack or Johnny are the next 2 hurricanes to come in. They're going to be coming from the west towards the east-north, and the reason for that is if it came from the east to the west, it would hit the Florida Keys and would go all the way around the Gulf. No danger. But when it comes from the west and it hits the sea, it rebounds, zing, 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 turns into a 5-point star. And it keeps repeating it, keeps hitting, until it reaches the center. And when it reaches the center, it'll take that stone and turn it into a screw and screw it right down to the bottom. The oil will come out, and whatever's next to it, Mexico, California, Mexicali, means to sink, means to be stuck, is in grave danger by the end of this year, according to not only my calculations, but I took these calculations from the scientists. The floor is rising 13 feet a day. Once you remove the pressure from the ocean floor, the ocean floor just shoot up, and everything sinks back in because it's a natural 9. Baccarat. Remember 10, 10, 10? 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. Our clock is 5959. Our year is 9999. That's the top. 00 at the bottom, 9999 at the top.